Hello and welcome. My name is Anna Barker and I'm a subtle energy practitioner. So in this videos I am sharing some simple practices you can do to work with your own subtle energy, to learning to connect with your subtle energy system in a deeper way as you build your understanding and awareness around what subtle energies are and how you can work with them. So the energy medicine is a very powerful tool, and it is something that we can all work with and engage with, as well as working with a practitioner. So today I also want to talk a little bit about another modality I work with, which is the emotional digestion process. This is another tool in my belt in my healing journey, and it is a way when I work with someone else, but it is sort of client-led while practitioner guided. So it is creating a safe space in which you can delve a little bit deeper into what is being held within the tissues, because we store our unprocessed emotions in our body. Our body really does become our biography and keep the score of our experiences of that which we're not able to work through. So this somatic practice explores what's in our tissues, and through this giving space in a gentle way to feel and process those emotions that are otherwise stuck. So this is not something I've talked about too much, but I think that's going to be changing in the future, so I thought I'd introduce it a little bit today. We are under the new moon, so that is the height of emotions for the month. We're in the pull of the full tide, and I also want to bring in a little bit of work with the element of water as well. So I do also love working with people one-on-one, so if you'd actually like some personal support, and if anything comes up and you're having difficulty, please just drop me a line and let me know. My aim with this practice is not to take you too deeply, because I don't want to open things up and not have that close off, since we're only working for a short time and we're not working together in the same space. So I'm going to jump straight in today. So yeah, this is a great time, because full moons are generally the cycle of the month where it's a great time to release, and this is a particularly strong time with today's full moon in which you can do this, although you can do this at any time. Alright, so I always like to start with a little bit of an awareness practice to settle us down and bring us in, starting just with the awareness of the breath. So when we move into these sort of practices, it's very important just to be curious and to treat any experience, any sensation with curiosity and objectivity, not to react and get drawn into some sort of story. So when you're in a nice comfortable position, if you're sitting on the floor with the legs crossed or sitting on a chair, just making sure your spine is able to keep you upright. Our spine is the central focus of or core throughout our body, and it also connects with our energy system. We want our organs to be open, our chest to be open, our shoulders relaxed, so we can allow space and capacity to build in our system. When we're struggling with emotions or ill health or anything with life, this constant stress, this contracts us and everything gets tight, and it can hunch us over as well. So if you're able to just let go of some of that stress, get this posture, and you may notice from the beginning to the end that the way you sit has a lot more ease as you open up the space, because as our body gets tight, so does our biofield. Alright, so once you get yourself comfortable, and feel free just to wriggle a little bit, make sure you are in the most comfortable position you can be for yourself. And then just bring the awareness to the breath. Being aware of that inhalation and exhalation, and just having that awareness at the nostrils. Maybe you notice the temperature of the air, any smells in your environment. You may notice your breath is fast or slow. And then when you're ready, deepen the awareness of the breath down into the body, being aware of the different areas that expand and contract. And as you do this, just notice if there's areas of tension or it's more easeful. And while aware of the breath, being aware of your base, being aware of the surface you're sitting on, being aware of the hips, the legs, all the way down to the feet, being aware of the torso, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Just being aware of the whole body and the breath. And just to move into a little bit of somatic exploration, and this is just to give you a bit of a taste of getting a feel for exploring through the sensations. Just bring your awareness into the sensation that's strongest for you, whatever's arising that is most strong within the physiology right now. And this might be unpleasant or pleasant. You can quite often have a different experience if you move towards what is pleasant as opposed to what is unpleasant. You may follow and find a pathway into feeling even more ease and joyfulness when you follow a pleasant sensation. So that's perfectly valid. Or when we follow an unpleasant sensation, a pain or something like that, this is often the way trapped emotions in our physiology show up, is the aches and the pains. So as you do, just notice that. Like at the moment, I notice a bit of an ache in my hips. So I just might feel into that, just bring my full awareness of it and recognizing the sensation. Is it dull? Is it sharp? The strength of it. Do I feel overwhelmed by it? And the idea is to remain in curiosity, objectivity. So if there's an area of the body and it's really painful, you might not want to dive deep in, but hold your awareness on it, but pull your perspective as though you're aware of it from far away, but still holding your awareness on that area. Or maybe just touching the edges. And just noticing the sense of it and where it goes, and just maybe something will move or something else will react as you bring your awareness into a sensation. Perhaps a tightness in the belly will come up, or some other area of the body. Just follow that, explore it. Give it space and room to be felt. Keep noticing. You can name the sensations: tingly, sharp, strong, piercing, naming them to yourself and asking what that feels like, following the flow of the question of what it feels like. And you might find an emotion arising: sadness, grief, pain, anger, loss. Or you may not, you may notice nothing at all. You may just feel numb. Even numbness is a sensation. So you can just explore, what does this numbness feel like? What does it feel like not to feel anything? And if you need to, you can just pause the video and allow yourself to continue exploring. I just want to give you a taste of feeling into the body here. You may notice as you bring your awareness into a sensation and allow yourself to feel whatever emotion is coming up. Once that emotion has come up and been felt, it passes away. And you may find a pleasant sensation that arises and you can follow that, or a different unpleasant sensation arises and you can follow that. Obviously, there is a lot more to this. This is just a very simple introduction, and it is very useful to have space held. So if you need to pause and just allow yourself to be with what is, and to continue following and exploring, I invite you to do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to allow just to move through, and we're going to bring in a bit of cleansing energy just to support the space. And what needs to be felt is, because I can't hold you in space together in the session at this time, I just want to make sure I'm going to close off in a peaceful place. So if you've turned the video back on to complete this, or you're completing this where you are, just be aware of whatever sensation. If there's emotion, you allow that emotion to complete by pausing and then coming back. Or just allow yourself to settle back into feeling the whole body and the breath. And just letting things quiet down, allowing awareness to be on, if there's still a sensation there, on that, but also on the whole body. So we're pulling the awareness to the whole body, everything within its field. Maybe just feel that space around you. Feel the floor beneath your seat. And as you do that, just want you to tune into your heart center. Just breathe in and out of the heart center. Just a reminder, there is infinite love available to us in the universe. There is ever more love available to us. We are always loved, always will be loved, and always are loved, and connected to the infinite love. And through the center of the heart chakra, all through the chakra, heart chakra is the center of the energy system, and we can connect to everything else through the heart chakra. Or you may have a particular chakra you like to work with, but this heart center is very useful to connect in with the rest of us. And I also want you to connect and go down low through your central channel, down through the third, second, first, and down about 2 feet below your feet or below your seat, however you're sitting, and connect into the Earth Star, sometimes called the 10th chakra. This is our connection with the Earth, grounding us, and it's through this that the subtle elements come in. And I just want you to bring in and get a sense and connect with the subtle energy of Earth. Earth is a very solidifying, stable, solid energy. So just bringing that in up through that chakra, just to bring stability and support wherever it is needed into the energy system. You can guide it or just trust the intelligence of the earth element to go where it's needed. Then connecting back to that earth star, earth chakra, we can bring in all sorts of elements through this point. I'm going to connect with water. So bringing in beautiful water. And I just want you to imagine that you're sitting under a gentle waterfall. Like in real life, waterfalls can be quite torrential, but we can change things as we like, working with the imaginal realms and the subtle elements to just create a gentle waterfall, like a rainfall coming up from above, gently in a beautiful whitish. You've got some blues, some pinks, some golds, just coming in from the top, going down through over your whole head and going all the way through your body and your entire energy field, and just washing old, stagnant, no longer needed emotions that have gotten stuck in your field. Just letting all of that just wash away. It just washes in as though it goes down into a drain that goes down into the earth to be transmuted. Just let yourself feel that, sense it, imagine it. Some people are more visual, you may see it more visually, or you might be more feeling, or you might find it difficult just to imagine and visualize, but just trust that it's a practice and you can always improve. Even if you can hold an image only for this tiniest moment, that's enough. And when you feel like you've been well cleansed, being able to release some energies that have been holding you too tightly, releasing and letting go of that which is no longer serving you, that which is no longer needed. Send it off with love and kindness and self-compassion. And then when you feel complete with that, just bring your awareness back into the heart. Just holding gratitude for yourself, for showing up for yourself, to your spirit, to the Great Spirit, to God, the universe, whatever works for you, or however you perceive the source. And just give thanks in your own way. Come back to the breath, come back to the body, come back to your seat, to your weight on the ground. When you're ready, you can rub your hands and make them nice and warm, covering the eyes, sending some of that energy into the eyes, into the brain, and opening the eyes behind the palms, and slowly lowering the palms with the eyes open. This way is a nice gentle way to come back to the present environment. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining you, and again, if you need any support with this practice or have any questions, just get in touch.